YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video. All right guys, so I actually had a portion of this video shot yesterday, but because of the topic that came up the day prior, I pushed this video back and I'm adding a little bit to it just because of the talking points for yesterday's video, when I kind of went into speaking more about, how I afford my TVs and just kind of wanted to speak a few gems, right? Didn't want to overload and force information on you, but I wanted to do that. So today's video actually was intended for yesterday, and it was supposed to be around my creative space. So what I'm actually getting ready to do is transition myself into a more professional looking format. In order for me to do that, I have to actually make the proper space. Up until this point, we have been just kind of like run and gun shooting things. And so I want to take things to the next level. I really do. And it's going to involve me getting my garage taken care of, right? So I've got a lot of things in my garage that I need to get cleared out. I need to get the garage repainted, and I need to repurpose it and make it a space where I can feel confident with shooting and not have to have a lot of distractions. It's also going to put me in a position where I'll be able to create, content where the sound is controlled, and it's just going to make for better stuff going forward, right? The point of everything that we do in life is just to get better. Like every day we wake up, sometimes the days are going to roll back and we're going to have worse days than we did prior, but I just want to be better. Ultimately, that's what I want you guys to take from this. So in today's video, we're going to get into talking about, as you can see in the title, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to label this, but it's going to have some of the TV brands. I've asked a question, and I've been asked this several times, like, what do you do with the old stuff? Because that's another piece. Number one question is typically going to be, how can you afford things? Number two, what do you do with the things that you've got, since you've gotten so many TVs, so many computers? So in this video, we're going to encompass that right after this intro. All right, guys, as I said, welcome back to the channel. This is all about TKK. I am a content creator that specializes in the space of technology, but I like the real life stuff. And so we're going to actually take a walk into my garage to put us in a space where we can better understand where we're going to be going. OK, I've got a lot of work that I'd like to get done out here. And so I kind of want to take you guys on a tour on some of these different things, and as well as answer one of the most popular questions asked on the channel. Okay, so my garage is going to look like the garage of many Americans. It's a storage space, and I am tired of that. Now, a lot of what you see, this may be considered at first glance junk. I'm not sure. These are PC cases, computer cases. I build computers at a frequency that is extremely high. Like, seriously, guys, I don't think I have a problem. It's just all training for me. I will build a lot of computers throughout the years. Now, these are all cases that I'm just kind of sitting on. This case I'll card in was the home theater PC build we did, Silverstone, excuse me. Under is another one of those. So some interesting content. We got a Asus monitor here. These containers, so like this container, this container, this container, this container, they are all filled with things like fans. As you can see, I've got a ton of fans right here. These are, NZXT fans to be specific. I've got some power supply units. This is a 600 watt, which was put into that case for that video I carded in about 10 seconds ago. This right here is a whole container that's got, a bunch of different bolts and things like that. And like I said, there's a ton of different cases. So 1, 2, 3, I think there's a case under there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This case right here is, I'll card in when I had built the two computers, like literally two computers in one case. I'll card that video in so you can check it out. So that's the Fantex case. And then this features all the peripherals for that case specifically. So for you to be able to do that, guys, all of this is literally being donated. I'm not selling this. I'm giving this stuff away. And unfortunately, some people may be interested. I'm not doing like a YouTube giveaway. I'm not to that point yet, but this is locally being given away. You know, so I get asked the question a lot. What do you do with your old stuff? This is exactly what happens, guys. You know, I'm not really into hoarding. I'm a collector of many things. I like collecting arcade sticks. You know, that's pretty much that, and shoes are like the two things that I'm into collecting. But even with shoes, I did a purge 2 years ago. I gave away maybe 60 pairs of shoes. You know, most of them were Jordans. It's just like, you know, you get to a point where, you know, in your life, you realize you kind of need to move forward, right? Because there's always going to be better things. And then like I want to say from an emotional and spiritual and mental perspective, it just makes me feel clean, right? I feel clean. It's like you deposit these things into life and you just get it away. If you know that you're not doing anything with it, get it to somebody, right? So that's a big part of the channel, not really the channel, but like my life, right? That's a big part of who TKK is and how I move with things. So I'll buy something, I'll use it. If I'm bored with it, you know, buy something else and use it, and I'll get my use out of it. I'll see if my children can do anything with it. And once we get past that, it's just kind of like, yeah, let me get it out into the wild and see who can benefit from it. Case in point, this is a 65-inch LG C9 OLED. This is going to be going to someone. This is how we get the card in, the TV stuff. So this OLED still functions, still works. We got the remote. I think I have 2 remotes down there. It's a little dark, but yeah. So it works, no cracks, no bends or anything crazy like that happening with it, but it's going to be making its way to a nice home. Not going to speak. It's already been spoken for, so I'm not going to really say exactly who it's going to, but you know, this is the kind of stuff, you know, you get these things and, you know, you hold on to them. And this has been a radical year. I've actually given away this year the JS9500 and the EF9500. Those were 2 OLEDs from 2015 era, right? $7 grand for one, $5 grand for another. So it was a lot of money I spent that year. Ironically, here is another relic. This is actually a Sony. This is a X830C 4K 42-inch 4K TV, man. You know, this is a Bravia model, obviously. Sony loves to claim everything is Bravia. Well, I guess now Master Series is really how they separate and segregate what more premium is or whatnot. But yeah, this was one of, I think, maybe 5 TVs I purchased back in 2015. So yeah, but this was actually 2014 because this is a C model. Years might be off or whatnot, but I think I ended up buying this in 15. This was like in the beginning of the year. And then the JS9500 and the EF9500 were also in the same year. But right now it's being used as a server PC. The content that I have on there, I don't want to show. So that's why it's turned off. So yeah, we gonna be cleaning things up, but this I'm not giving away because it's serving its purpose. But I also do, and I think I've shared this in some sparing content. I've got 2 refrigerators I'm gonna be parting way with too, as well as this electrical range. This combo I bought in 2015 also, so gonna be parting ways with it right now. It's just kind of holstering some orange juice and a lot of water. So don't really need it for much more than that. So just kind of creating and getting some order to everything. This one I typically put like my drinks, you know, whenever I do sip at home. I'm a Hennessy guy, so drinks, Hennessy, pop, Hennessy all through this thing. But yeah, so, you know, I love technology, even down to like refrigeration units and so forth. I like to get into that space where, you know, I just can try stuff. And then, you know, if I won't really use the word bored, but if I get to a place where, you know, it's run its course, then for me, it's just time to get stuff. And I buy warranties on everything, guys. And I deeply encourage it. I sincerely encourage it. As a matter of fact, we're going to have some content next week talking about my 77-inch C1 OLED because it's having some image retention. So we're going to go through the motions of doing how many hours I've used on it. Right now, it's a bedroom TV, but I'm seeing some retention on it. And so I'm going to be making a call to see if that's something that can be adjusted. I know that panels for C1s are still available. And so I'd like to have the panel replaced if possible, but I'll keep you guys posted. That'll be some content that you'll be able to check out next week. Probably going to kick off the week Tuesday with that kind of content and then kind of leading into that. So again, get them warranties. If you are in a place where you have a reputable retailer that you're buying your product from, and if you trust that retailer, buy the warranty, do the research on what's covered, and put yourself in a position. These refrigeration units that we were just talking about, these units are going to put you in a position where Samsung specifically had a ton of different issues. Shout out to the big homie Dexter Sosa. See that BMF book in the back. But these Samsung units, with both of them, I had issues with the ice maker. Like, I had to get ice maker replaced time and time again. And I can't tell you how convenient it was for me to be able to just make a call and to have that stuff fixed on. So, more so than just the TV space of things, like with all technology, because as I get like a new range and a new refrigeration unit, I'm looking at the bespoke stuff now. We might be doing some content talking about that, because there's a lot of things that I look for on YouTube that I don't see. And my channel is designed to encompass all things about me, which hence it's called All About TKK. So working to get this thing cleaned out. Let me give you a quick overview of how messy it is. So consider this a before. Also be making more content on this Nordic Track unit. I'm going to be painting walls, patching holes. Just want to get this thing situated and set, because I got some great light out here that I can utilize. And right now I just got a ton of different things that need to be moved. I'm going to be putting the arcade content stuff out here. So my Tayato machines are here. We got a couple of CPS2 machines I got from one of my best friends. We just got a lot of stuff out here. I need to clean up my server setup. But yeah, man, so just some behind the scenes stuff. I know you guys want to see like pretty TVs and things like that, but trust me, this is going to be the type of content you want to follow so that you can know that you were a part of the transition. Because the way that I was shooting reviews last year with the TVs, I enjoyed it. I still think I have a very unique space in YouTube with how I shoot my content, and I'm going to continue with that. I'm going to continue to execute with that. But at this point, what I want to do is I want to really add a little bit more professionalism to how I'm shooting my content. So being able to have the space to set displays evenly next to each other. Yes, guys. So yeah, I wanted to just kind of give you guys this video. Again, this video was shot, I said in the beginning of this as I was adding to it, but after looking at the footage, I just said, you know what, let me keep it raw, let me keep it daily, and just give it to you fresh. So let me know if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section. What do you do? I seen on the yesterday video, the engagement was great. I thank you. A lot of people giving me some kudos and some respects for me being honest. Like, my situation is my situation. And, I feel like if we all embraced who we were, then life would be a much more enjoyable thing, right? Living on this planet Earth, we all live here. It'd be much more enjoyable. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep it going. But I want to know, like, what do you guys do? A lot of you guys were talking and saying that you were similar to me. You like to buy the upper echelon. But this video is the channel is shot in chronological order. So today's video is designed to answer that question. What do you do with a lot of your other stuff, right? So here we are. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Peace. God bless. And as I always say, max love.